Good morning from sunny Morel, Prince Edward Island. Quick update on the Homestead. Haven't done one of these videos in a bit. Gravel pile there is for the aquaponics. 7 tons, I think it was, came in all total. Our chicken tractor in the process of being modified. We got all the wire and everything else taken off it. It's going to get converted into a bit more of a proper tractor for next year. This end here is going to get covered in with a coop area so that we'll be able to leave chickens in it overnight. And beautiful fall morning, October 2nd. So just let the chickens out. You can see everyone, the gaggles over in the yard there. The strawberry bed is doing well. We invested in some everbearings last year. Got tons of strawberries off of this, and this year haven't really seen a whole lot. And we were wondering why, and our neighbor told us that everbearings only everbear 1 year, and after that the mature plants don't produce fruit anymore. Just the new plants from the suckers or the runners produce new fruit. So that would explain what we've seen. That's a little less fun. And our herb garden over here. This was a Mother's Day present a year ago for Carolyn, and it's all cedar logs and filled in the bottoms. Got some brush in the bottom of it, and then we piled dirt in on top of it, so lots of good aeration, lots of good drainage. This is one of our other projects. We found a piece of old, it's a plastic culvert. It's extruded plastic and really light, really strong though. So built a strawberry tower. That's a piece of rain gutter, not rain gutter, but downfall pipe right down the middle of it. The outside is a coconut mat, which you can buy by the linear meter, basically. And then we wrap that around it in a piece of just standard 2x4 fencing. Keep it all intact, filled it full of dirt, filled the bottom full of dirt, and planted it. And it's doing pretty well. We've had a good feed of strawberries off it. And down the bottom we've got some cantaloupe. So you can see here, strawberry, cantaloupe, even late in this season. So we're doing okay. Our wood pile. We've got a biomass burner. There's a technical term, biomass burner. No, we've got a wood furnace down the basement. It's actually a wood boiler specifically, and so it works out that we go through about 2 cubic feet of wood a day for most of the winter. And if we do that, we stay ahead of the oil bill. We don't use very much oil. Because it's a proper boiler, the house is hot water heat, but it also does our domestic hot water. So it takes us about 5 cords of wood to run for a whole winter. 5 to 6 cords, depending on how cold, how windy. So we bought ourselves one of these Shelter Logic systems. It's a car cover, actually. It's a winter carport, and figured, well, it'll do a good job for what we want. So the garden's just about wrapped up. I'll walk you over here and show you that. So we've still got some strawberries, some radish, some turnip. We're letting a lot of what's left to go to seed, hopefully on the idea of getting volunteers. Over here is the potato bag project. That's just about ready for us to dump the bags and see what we've managed to come up with. Last year over here we had a Three Sisters garden set up, mounds. Three Sisters, if you're unfamiliar with it, is corn, beans, and squash or pumpkin. And this year we just left it fallow and just let it grow over with a cover crop. Chris planted a couple of small things. For example, you can see over here there's a melon plant of some kind, but just generally speaking, didn't really just let nature have run of it. A lot of what we've been reading from permaculture and what have you is the smartest thing you can do if you're not going to use it is let nature have it, because all of that area, all that green you see, is solar energy being driven into the food web of the soil, which improves the quality of soil. Same way, we've got in between the grow beds here, the growing area, we just generally speaking, let the weeds have it. If we weren't using it, we didn't mind nature using it. Now here, we've been finishing up the year. We're going to till the whole garden over, so you can see that what we've done is, oops, camera strap on the way there, sorry about that, folks. We've mulched some of the paths lately with sawdust shavings. That's the shavings out of the chicken coop, one of the small chicken coop. And the idea is that we're going to take all the beds out. These are just 4x4s on the sides, 2x6s on the end. They're just sitting flat on the ground, so it's just a way of keeping the soil heaped up. We're going to take all the frames out, run a tiller over the whole thing, plus whatever shavings and compost we have built up over the year, and till the whole thing under. And next year we're going to actually change the way it's laid out. This looked good on paper as a layout, but didn't work so well in practice. Yep, lots of tomatoes. Those are still coming in strong. So Chris tells us we're probably going to be having another big pot of tomato soup. That's always good. Interestingly enough, those tomatoes over here are volunteers. We didn't plant these ones here. Sorry, yeah, my apologies. These ones here. We didn't plant these. They just came back from last year. So that's kind of cool. We've had a really good crop this year. Some of the other stuff didn't do so well. On the heels of the weird winter we had, which persisted right up almost at the beginning of May, we had a weird spring where it really didn't rain much and then got very, very hot. So a lot of stuff we planted bolted. It went straight to seed production without any fruit. So this melon plant you're looking at here with some very healthy pumpkins or squash, I think those are. It's a volunteer. It's leftover from last year. We underneath that is a start of a second compost pile we didn't do much with, and we put a pallet on top of it just so no one would step in the mess pit. And this year we had potato grow up out of it, and we've had this very, very productive pumpkin or squash plant. So yeah, you can hear the rooster saying good morning. It's early. I'm talking. He's got to talk. Getting started on or not getting started, but we've got a good start on our compost pile, a combination of kitchen scrap and lawn cuttings and stuff like that. This is last year's pile, which we've been cutting down slowly, using it around here as soil amendment, and this is going to be the pile for next year. The way it is these boards are just slotted in so they can come out. So as we build the pile up, we just add boards, and as when we want to empty it, we just pull the boards off the front and shovel it into a wheelbarrow. Makes it real simple. The IBC totes, of course, are for use in the aquaponics system this fall. Real soon now, these are going to be getting cleaned out, scrubbed out, painted, and put into. And a couple of them are getting chopped up, and a couple of them are going in as they are. And that'll be for my aquaponics system. More of the lumber, not lumber, but cut wood that we're using for our burning there. This is all logs. We're very lucky. Our next door neighbor is an elderly gentleman, owns a decent sized woodlot. He's asked us to essentially do forestry management for him because he's not feeling. He's getting a little old for that, I think. And so, you know, as much as being neighborly as anything else. So he's told us what it is he wants taken off the property, and we get to keep it. So that's a great deal. We're doing the work, but we get the wood. So essentially, our wood cost this year is zero, other than a lot of hard work. And if you're not familiar with wood burning, it's a lot of work. We've got to start on a little orchard here, echinacea there, and these are all bushes, combination of blueberry, and I can't remember what the other one is. That's blueberries, plums, that sort of thing, growing in a little semicircle here. This was a cherry tree that unfortunately just didn't take. We were hoping a whole lot, but no such luck. It didn't survive our winter, so probably next spring it'll come out and we'll replace it with something else. And there's our chicken run, the boys and girls. A couple of our chickens are going through a molt right now, so they're looking pretty homely. But all total, we've got 21 birds. 24. So, of which 5 are roosters, 3 of which are on a to-go list. So, 2 roosters we can handle, 5 just too much nagging on the chickens. So, this is our franken tree for our apple tree. It's one piece of rootstock here that you can see, and then it's been grafted several times. Each one of these tags is a different type of apple. So that's a Fuji. That's a semi-dwarf Jonah Gold. That's a Braeburn. And so each one of these branches, as I say, is essentially a different type of apple tree, all growing off the same hardy rootstock. So we're going to start training this one to the for fruit bearing next year. This year the big issue is just letting it get some height, some root mass. But yeah, and over here we've got another. I think this one's a Macintosh that we're growing. I'm not sure. But we've had some good growth on both trees in spite of the really, really dry conditions we've had. Functionally had a drought for most of the year. But we've done some irrigation, but we're on well water here, so you know, throwing 100 or so gallons up into the air every other day starts to get a little dicey when you're not sure how much water's at the bottom of the hole. This garden here is all edibles. This is Chris's chicken salad garden. Of course, the chicken coop door is right over there, so every once in a while we open the inside door and the outside door and let the chickens come over here and graze around. Everything in this bed is edible, and so the ornamental cabbages are, the nasturtiums are, there's radish, there's all kinds of stuff in here, and it's all good for, even the marigolds are technically edible, but yeah, it's all good for people, it's all very good for the chickens. So we use this as a dietary supplement for them. It makes for some really good eggs. And here's one of my little solar lights. I absolutely love solar lights, so I dot them around the property. It makes me happy. And there we go. That's just about everything. The rain barrel collector is doing okay. Basically, if you put about 5 millimeters of water, 1/4 inch on top of this roof, you wind up with those 2 barrels at 50 gallons, 200, you know, there's basically 100 gallons / 400 liters of water there, and that runs the whole coop. We've got 2 hoses, as you can see, that come off this tap down here. One of those is for the drip water for the chickens. The other one's for trough water, and we've got a utility tap as well. And yeah, they doesn't take much rain, much dampness to for this to just keep the chickens happy. And last but not least is the aquaponics greenhouse. Making progress slowly. Got a little bit more in, so that's what the barrel trench is going to look like. I need to actually put the baffles into the barrels. Haven't done that yet. If you want to know what I'm talking about, I've got another video where I sort of do a walk through the whole project. And that's my rocket mass heater. The next thing that has to happen after the baffles are in the barrels and this is all dug in is that this side here, which is still open, I need to buy some sheet wood, probably plywood or a press board, and a couple of cans of paint, and close this entire side in. This is the north wall. It needs to be closed up. And then this whole end here, which is the entryway, I need to close this up, put a pair of doors in the opening here, and close up the end. It's starting to get cold, and so real soon now I'm going to need to be worrying about actually running the greenhouse heater. And that brings us around in a big loop out towards the garden. Thanks very much for watching, folks. Appreciate your time. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please do leave them in the... Denny the Rooster there. Please do leave them in the section below. If you like what you see, do me a favor, hit that like button, and hopefully you'll follow along with us. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Signing off.